That old woman. How could she see?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sure, pardon. I can't explain it.
Well, if you...
That's it for now.
Yeah, well...
Hey, Joey.
What's the deal?
I am so tired. I just want to relax and smoke a cigarette.
Since when do you need an excuse to smoke a cigarette?
Good point. That's it for now.
Yeah, well...
Alright, what am
I'm not carrying that.
Ahem.
Sorry.
I smoked
I've
100.
already got a pack. It should last me till the end of the day.
Yeah, I smoked like 100 of these, but that's okay.
Looks like something is interfering with the signal again. Move away a bit, will you, Joey?
What, you want to watch TV now?
Just for a minute.
You can relax later, sweetheart. Let's finish up these cases first.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright. Let's grab a coat.
I don't need to wear my coat. An old coat. It's summer and I don't need to wear.
Alright. What am I missing? What am I missing? I gotta be missing something.
No, I don't see how those two things are linked.
But
The Countess keeps turning up like a bad penny. Is she really a murderer?
oh man, I am utterly lost. Let's save. I will actually be right back once I figure this out.
Mrs. Sherman?
Hello
Alright.
again. You got more questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Well, hurry up and ask.
Alright,
I
let's
ain't getting
see.
any younger.
You don't know anything.
No.
Do you know any
Report.
So they paid you?
Yep. Building was about to be condemned anyway, so everyone was grateful for the
I think
offer.
I might have found
Well,
it, but
everyone except for Mavis Wilcox.
ha! I didn't ask the lady enough things.
Who is Mavis Wilcox?
A lunatic is what she was. She lived down the hall from me, so I know how crazy she was.
Why was she crazy?
Crazy,
She
crazy.
refused
I've been
to
crazy
leave
once
is
before.
why. Secret was offering her a fortune, but still she refused.
Why did Mavis refuse to leave?
She was a lunatic. I believe I already established this. A total shut-in. The prospect of leaving her little apartment terrified her. I'm old and feeble. If I could manage the move, she could have. Of course, it doesn't matter now.
Stubborn old lady.
Did they ever get Mavis to leave?
Oh, you could say that. Yes, you definitely say that. She left all right. Left the entire world, in fact.
You mean she died?
Yes. Someone broke in and choked her to death. Right in the apartment she loved so much.
Wow, that's
Call it
kind of.
ironic, if it weren't so tragic.
Did they ever find out who killed Mavis?
No. Some street kid, most likely. Thought the building was empty and went in to steal
Whatever was left over.
Didn't count on anyone being there. Bumped into Mavis, then had to kill her. Happens all the time.
How well did you know Mavis?
Like I said, I lived just down the hall from her, on the 3rd floor. I didn't know her well, but she did get some mail just before they smashed the place up.
Well,
I
now.
took it, just in case a relative or something came knocking.
We have it?
It's been 6 months, and nothing.
Can we have it?
Anything else you can tell me?
Just that there's nothing.
Can you tell me anything?
Good riddance. I lived on the I like my new.
Anything else you can...
Just there's.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming this is like. Oh, there we
Do
go.
you still have Mavis's things?
Yes, I do. Such as they are. There wasn't much, just that envelope on the counter.
Could I look at it?
You knew Mavis?
Sort of. Yes.
Well, you might as well take a look at them.
She's an incredibly rude ghost lady.
Thanks. Goodbye, Mrs. Sherman.
Don't mention it.
Alright, now we got something to look at. Let's go home, shall we? I want a cigarette. But let's open it.
There's not much in here, just a photograph.
Take a look. Thank you for agreeing with me to speak with me the other day. As promised, I'm returning the photograph you lent me. All the best. Ha! Well...
That's her. That's the ghost at the construction site.
So our ghost's name is Mavis Wilcox.
I'd bet the farm on it.
Well, apparently...
His last name is
We got progress. We got progress. So, yeah. That reporter does know something. That's funny. Move along. Nothing to see. Alright. Let's go talk to the reporter, shall we?
Come on, let's get
Right behind.
Kinda hard to be in denial when you got a photograph and a letter.
Yes,
I knew there was more to this reporter that meets the eye.
I'm becoming downright popular. Come in, have a seat.
Popular with someone who's come to see you 4 times? Whatever. Alright.
Did you know Mavis Wilcox?
Miss Wilcox. Yes, I remember her.
I don't get it.
Lived uptown a ways before she died.
How did you know her?
I wanted to write a piece about her, so I met her for a spell. Interesting woman. How did you know her?
I'm looking into her death.
I see.
So what can you tell me about Mavis? I get the impression she didn't get out much.
That's an understatement. I got in touch with her through a colleague who was
Yeah.
covering that demolition. I wondered what made a woman like that tick, so I made an appointment to meet with her.
What was she like?
A very gracious woman. Brought me in, made me a cup of tea, showed me pictures of her family. All in all, it was a pleasant way to spend an afternoon.
Let's keep questioning.
What happened to her?
Killed, so they say. Was found choked to death in her own apartment.
Well,
Any thoughts on who did it?
we might have to
Well,
do
there were
stuff with
rumors
Brendan
that
on
the
a
labor
different
union decided
schedule
to
kind
take
of
matters
basis.
into their own hands, as it were. But I doubt that.
That's
The
unions
police
for you.
ruled it was some squatter who
Well,
drifted
not
or
really.
something, and left it at that.
And what do you think?
Me? I have no theory.
You sure about that?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Why did you want to write about her?
I've
I
been
found
trying to
her
figure out
fascinating.
alternatives with
She was
Brendan
asked
because
to
there's
leave.
magic
She was
and
begged to leave.
other fun
She was
stuff.
even
Although
offered
many of
lots
those
of money to
many of those things will
But she
involve
kept
Peter, which is
refusing.
why
She was too
there's
scared.
schedules of we'll
I
have
had
to
to
figure
know
out some
why.
way of.
And what did you discover?
That, Miss Blackwell, is the eternal question. I've spoken to hundreds of people over the years. Most of them were odder than Mavis.
Yeah, and
It's
well,
impossible to
Brendan's in a
decipher
newish
the whys
job,
and
so
hows. As
and
time
then
went
maybe
on,
And when you ask.
I feel enough those people aren't doing that over and over and over again, or if they change it up.
Anything else you can tell me about Mavis?
I'm afraid I've told you everything.
Alright.
I'd like to read your piece about Mavis.
I'm afraid I no longer have it.
Do you know what issue it was in? I'd like to look it up.
I never published it. I was
You gotta
going to, but
keep
then Mavis
blank
died, and
job.
it just seemed wrong somehow. I don't even have the rough copies anymore. I'm sorry.
He's something else.
Anything else you can...
Alright. So I guess
Maybe.
that concludes everything.
I think that's all for now.
All right. You have a good night now.
Maybe.
Is that everything with the... something about the
You did
reporter
mention
does
something about
not
Dungeons
ring
and Dragons,
true,
but we never really got time to discuss it last weekend.
But let's take a look. Let's see if I can introduce myself as the reporter. Let's go in.
I'm going in again. You know what to do.
Yeah, I'll wait here.
Let's see if I can introduce myself as the reporter. It'll give me a different option.
This place is filthy.
Hey, kid. Knock on the gate again.
My, I'm popular today. You again.
I'd like to...
Look, I'm not who I...
Ooh, I got her husband and her son. Picture, husband.
It's me. Your husband. I've come back.
John, is that really you?
In the flesh.
No, no, no. John Durkin is dead.
John Durkin.
Dead, dead, dead. You can't be him. You're not fooling me.
One of who is...
I told the old is as goodbye. Trying to get rid of me, will they?
Can't look at the notes. Let's
Where
give
else
one
can
more
I go?
try.
Hey, kid.
One more time with the sun.
You...
I'd like to...
Look, I'm not... Who are you?
It's
BRB, I
me,
gotta go grab
Sam.
PlayStation real
Yep.
quick.
Sam, it's been so long. Look at you.
Oh,
Yeah,
whoops.
look at me.
Skip something I shouldn't
Sorry,
have.
so rude. I almost didn't recognize you.
Oh my
Come
god.
on in, Sam. I'll make you dinner.
No, I can only stay for a minute. I have some questions I need to ask you.
Of course, Sam.
Oh, dude.
So, Mom, how's it going?
Oh, you know me, Sam. It's tough living here on my own. But I get by.
Yeah, I can see that. So, Mom, how are my brothers and or sisters?
That's not funny, Sam. You know you're an only child.
Right, just checking. Listen, Mom, I need you to think very carefully. What's the last thing you remember?
What do you mean? Answering the door and seeing you, of course.
And before that?
Nothing. You know nobody comes here.
They're good.
Except for the grocers sometimes.
Huh.
And that...
I just got a bag of
Wait.
Toblerone over
Nobody.
so.
Have you been talking to a reporter from the New Yorker?
Yes, such a
What?
nice man. He came over and talked to me for a bit. I liked him. He listened
I
to
know.
me.
What did you talk about?
Oh, this and that. Don't know why he was so
Nothing, man.
interested.
Have you seen any strange old women lurking around here?
An old woman.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
So, tell me more.
Sam, since when did you become so interested?
Well, since
Just trying to get to know you better.
Well, isn't that sweet? But I honestly don't know what to tell you.
No what?
So, what can you tell me about me?
You're so confusing, Sam.
Never mind.
let's see.
Where's
How's
your
Dad,
walk,
Mom?
Oh, Sam. You know that your father is dead? John Durkin died years ago.
There's
Right.
Xbox, yeah.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Do you know a guy named John?
Is that, you know he's...
Sorry.
How can you...
Slip my mind.
Slip?
Just,
That was bad of me.
Mom, look around carefully.
What if the
Are you
door
sure
was
that
on?
you're at home?
You're so confusing, Sam. Look at the door. It says
Oh.
D, clear as day.
I'm going to go now. I'll come back to visit you.
Sure, Sam.
Oh shit, I
I'll
forgot
be here.
Resident Evil 6 came out today.
This is
Damn it.
filthy.
Well, let's go through now that we've thoroughly interviewed.
Tara will still probably get it. Oh, look who joins the party.
Oh, let's see.
Mister, I'm gonna play
What do I
Borderlands
got
2 for the
going?
entire
I'm back.
freaking existence
You're gone?
ever.
Let's switch to Laura.
Mavis was married to John Durkin. Now John Durkin
That's
is dead.
weird, but okay.
Why did Mavis change her last name? Maybe she was divorced. If John Durkin was Sam's father, it's only logical that Sam's last name would be Durkin. I think I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
Wonder if
You don't
Sam
even-
Durkin is